Good morning, everyone. I wanted to go over these questions um, to help you guys with the problems from yesterday. So, in the beginning of the questions, it has a nice example up here that talks about what a hierarchy is and how they work together, work on a table, and then in a tree diagram. And then it asks you questions about the tree diagram. So it says in the first question, triangles are both blank and blank. So you're gonna find triangles on the tree. Excuse me. Ooh, I'm yawning. On the tree diagram, and you're gonna look at what's above it because the things on the bottom of the tree diagram will have the same properties as the thing above it and the thing above that. The ones next to each other don't necessarily have the same properties. They share the same properties in that they're all polygons. So triangles, quadrilaterals, and pentagons are all polygons. In other words, they're closed figures with multiple straight sides, and they're all plane figures. But besides that, they don't have anything in common. So triangles are both blank and blank. So you're going to look at what's above triangles and then what's above the category above triangles. Okay? The next question says a circle is a plane figure. It doesn't have straight sides, so it's not a polygon. Right, because polygons have to have straight sides. So where in the hierarchy would it go? So we know it's not a polygon, so it can't go under polygons, but it is a plane figure. So you tell me where you think it would go. Okay, whoops, it's tore my paper. I used my stapler to hold it down and it tore. Okay. Click the boxes under the properties if the shapes always have that property. So you gotta remember what these different shapes are. And I'll draw a little picture to remind us. A parallelogram looks like a rectangle that's kind of slanted. Okay? So it has a certain number of parallel sides, a certain number of sides. And I'm not going to tell you if it has any right angles because that's something I think you guys could do on your own. We all know what a rectangle is. And a quadrilateral could be a lot of different things. So I'm not going to draw a picture of a quadrilateral because it could look like a square, a rectangle, a rhombus, a trapezoid. All right, and the last one says use your answers in the previous question to make a flowchart that shows the relationship between the three shapes. So what they want you to do is write the most general for A and the most specific for C. So that would be kind of like saying, oh, let's look at my pen. This is a purple marker, okay? The general word for it would be school supply. It's a school supply. A more specific, but not quite purple marker way to describe this thing would be to say that it's a writing instrument or something you write with. And then a very specific way would to say is to describe it is to say it's a purple pen or purple marker. So you need to see which of these shapes is most general, what's kind of in the middle, and then what's the most specific. And that goes for rectangle and quadrilateral. And then the last question, oh, it's not the last question, my bad. The last question for that diagram says, where would you put squares in the flow chart? Would it be more specific than the last shape on your hierarchy, or would it be kind of the same specific? Specificity is the word. That's a big word. So would it be next to the thing that was lowest on your chart or most specific on your chart? Okay. Let's turn this over without tearing it. Okay. So here's a Venn diagram. Okay, we've used these forever, lots of times in ELA and science, but we're using these in math today. And you're going to show the relationship between rectangles, squares, and rhombuses. Now, this can be a little bit tricky. You have to think about what the rules are for when something is called a rectangle or a square or a rhombus. Okay? One of those things can be both of the other. And I'm not going to tell you which one, but one of them falls under the category for the other two, and that would go in the middle because it would be part of this category and part of that category. Okay? So remember what a rectangle looks like. Let's just draw a picture. Rectangle. Rectangle. Oh, it's a sad rectangle. A square. And a rhombus. Oops. Okay. Excuse me, next question. Oops, no, that was the last question. We're done. Okay, very cool. So you guys, good luck today with your work. If you haven't watched the iReady video from yesterday, you really need to do this or this is all going to be like whoosh over your head. Okay, remember that on Mondays and Wednesdays there are videos you have to watch. Those are your lessons. It's like being in class. You have to be in class in order to learn things. You have to be in class for your attendance to be counted for that day. If you don't watch the videos, you're going to be counted as absent. And you do not want too many absences because that can be a big problem when report card time comes around. So please be sure to watch the videos and do your work. And the more videos you watch and the more work you do, and you get feedback on it on Google Classroom, if you read that, the better you guys will do on your tests and quizzes. So good luck and have a good day.